Elsewhere, some Muslims in Abuja have expressed concerns over the poor services rendered by the Nigerian Pilgrims, rendered to Nigerian Pilgrims by the Saudi Arabian Authorities in Hajj 2023. They want the National Hajj Commission to address these issues before the next Hajj in 2024. Miriam Mohammed reports.
Every Hajj has its own challenges, but for most Nigerian pilgrims, 2023 Hajj seems to have more problems than previous years. This is because pilgrims were not happy with the experiences they got, especially on issues of feeding and accommodation in places like Arafat, Mina and Muzdalifah. They complained to their leaders from various states, yet there was no solution. With all these complaints, the National Hajj Commission expressed its disappointment to the Saudi Arabian Authorities and requested a refund, especially on money paid for food. The Saudi Arabian Authorities, on their part, promised to look into their concerns and come up with a suitable solutions for both parties. And now, Hajj 2024 is fast approaching, and as the saying goes in Islam, the end of a preceding Hajj is the beginning of a new Hajj, as it is a yearly ritual. The National Hajj Commission and Saudi Arabian Authorities have started preparations for Hajj 2024, and one of the policies is to ensure that pilgrims from Nigeria deposit 4.5 million naira to prevent delay and encourage early registration, and also promote transparency in the process. But some Muslim scholars have complained about the increment, as they believe it may be difficult for some intending pilgrims to participate in Hajj 2024 exercise.
Please, that they should not be accumulating money and be going to Hajj. They will pay in the money for their friend, they will pay the money for their wife, they will pay the money for their children, and then they will forget the others. Please, this thing it belongs to the federal government. I'm pleading them, please, that they should bring the price down.
Each Hajj comes with its own challenge. Now perhaps the challenge that will come with this year's Hajj is like, I'm not sure whether they will get the number of people that are expected to perform this year, especially from Nigeria, because of the price. You know, minimally now is about 4.5 million, which we have never had it like that before. That is the cheapest. You can even go for Hajj for 10 million this year, from all indication. But I think if government do something in that area, especially in the exchange rate, that is where I think something could be done. If not, there might be challenge of pilgrims attending this year's Hajj.
And some tour operators also share their experiences to TVC News on how their businesses were affected. They hope for better Hajj in 2024.
They are trying to change some things which the Saudi Arabia made it mandatory for them. In terms of reducing the top operators to a particular number, initially they initiated the idea of making it only 10. Later on, with a lot of begging or appealing, so they agree and they increase it to 40.
It was a very sad experience, and people were not happy about it. Nobody was happy about it, though it was not peculiar to only Nigerian pilgrims. Some other countries too experienced it, but we talk of our own. The Saudi authorities promised to look into that allegation of shortage of food, shortage of spaces in the tents.
Find out more on what the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria is doing to avoid these challenges. TVC News spoke to its chairman, Jalal Ahmed Arabi, who gave us an insight on what the commission has done so far since his resumption into office.
Juxtapose what I just said with the situation of the tents and the services. You can easily discern that once something became so overwhelming and unplanned, it's bound to collapse. And that was the result you got in food supply. Because of the magnitude of people that were there, the food was not sufficient. Not sufficient. Don't even talk about adequacy. It wasn't even sufficient. Because it came in, there were people that were not meant to be there. They were getting it.
The chairman says the commission has made a remarkable progress in its preparation for next year's Hajj. Muslim faithfuls are optimistic that Hajj 2024 will right the wrongs of Hajj 2023, as they believe both Nigerian and Saudi Arabian authorities have put measures in place to achieve this. Maria Mohammed, TVC News, Abuja.